Hold on to your hats, America. President Donald J. Trump just unleashed a financial thunderbolt, signing the Genius Act to make the U.S. the undisputed titan of crypto and global finance. This isn't just a law, it's a rebel yell against the woke globalist elites trying to kneecap our nation. Trump's bold move is set to reshape the world, and you won't believe the power it's handing back to the people. Stick around, this is huge. President Donald J. Trump stood tall in the White House, pen in hand, surrounded by crypto heavyweights from Robinhood, Tether, and Gemini, and signed the Guiding and Establishing National Innovation for U.S. Stablecoins Act, the Genius Act. This isn't some dusty legislation, it's a red-blooded American power play to lock in U.S. dominance over the global financial system. Trump called it the boldest step to keep America first in the digital currency race, and he's hitting the bullseye. The Genius Act regulates dollar-backed stablecoins, those steady cryptocurrencies pegged to the US dollar, designed to make transactions faster, cheaper, and free from the greedy claws of big banks. Crafted by Senator Bill Hagerty of Tennessee and Rep. French Hill of Arkansas, the Genius Act sets clear rules for stablecoins, ensuring they're backed one-to-one by US dollars or treasury bills. This is a lifeline for companies like Circle Internet Group and Paxos, who've been navigating a regulatory jungle. Trump's vision is crystal clear: make America the crypto capital of the planet. He's already pushed through executive orders for a strategic Bitcoin reserve and a U.S. digital asset stockpile. But this law is the cornerstone. It's a direct shot at the globalist crowd who want centralized digital currencies to erode American sovereignty. Trump's not playing their game, he's rewriting the rules. For Trump's administration, this is a political grand slam. The Genius Act delivers on his promise to supercharge American innovation while sticking it to the progressive establishment. By setting a federal framework for stablecoins, it unleashes banks like JP Morgan and crypto firms to issue these digital dollars without fear of regulatory ambushes. This isn't just about crypto nerds, it's about jobs, investment, and keeping America's economy roaring. Trump's team, including Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and AI crypto czar David Sachs, sees this as a way to cement U.S. financial leadership for decades. Bessent said, "The dollar's going on-chain, and America's leading the charge." This law ties private sector ingenuity to the dollar's unmatched strength, ensuring the U.S. stays ahead of rivals like China, who've been pushing their digital yuan to undermine American influence. For everyday Americans, the Genius Act is a game-changer. Stablecoins aren't like Bitcoin, which soared to $119,000 but swings like a roller coaster. These are stable, reliable, and backed by cold, hard U.S. assets. Imagine buying coffee, paying rent, or sending money to family in seconds, without banks skimming fees. The law mandates 100% reserve backing with liquid assets, so your money's safe from shady crypto scams. The stablecoin market, already at $260 billion, could hit $2 trillion by 2028, per Standard Chartered. That's a tidal wave of wealth creation, new jobs in blockchain tech, more cash in Americans' pockets, and a stronger economy. By tying stablecoins to U.S. treasuries, the law boosts demand for American debt, keeping the dollar as the world's go-to currency. This means lower borrowing costs for the government and more economic stability for families. Nationally, this is a knockout blow to the globalist agenda. The progressive elite, cozy with their dreams of centralized control, hate this. They want a world where unelected bureaucrats dictate every transaction, but Trump's saying, "Not on my watch." The Genius Act makes the U.S. the hub for blockchain innovation, drawing in billions in investment. It's no coincidence that crypto giants like Coinbase and Kraken are setting up shop in America, not Shanghai or Brussels. Senator Cynthia Lummis, a Wyoming Republican, hailed it as a victory for American freedom and innovation. By keeping stablecoins tied to the dollar, the U.S. strengthens its financial grip, thwarting BRICS nations like China and India, who are itching to dethrone the dollar with their own digital currencies. Trump laid it out plain: "BRICS, you're not taking our crown. The dollar stays king." Geopolitically, this is America flexing its muscle. The dollar's been the world's reserve currency since World War II, giving the U.S. unmatched leverage. The Genius Act extends that power into the digital realm. Stablecoins, backed by U.S. dollars, will dominate global trade, remittances, and cross-border payments. Unlike China's digital yuan, which tracks every move for the Communist Party, American stablecoins are built on open blockchain tech, offering freedom and transparency. The law also arms the Treasury with tools to crush illicit activity, enforcing anti-money laundering rules and sanctions compliance. David Sachs put it bluntly: "This is about keeping America's enemies in check while unleashing our entrepreneurs." Countries like Russia or Iran, who've used crypto to dodge sanctions, now face a US-led system that's harder to game. This isn't just finance, it's a strategic checkmate, ensuring America calls the shots in the digital economy. But the road wasn't all roses. The Genius Act stirred up a hornet's nest, and the critics are swinging. Rapper Maxine Waters, California's loudest progressive, slammed it as Trump's crypto con, accusing him of pushing the bill to boost his family's World Liberty Financial and their Trump coin. She warned it opens the door to corruption and lets foreign firms buy influence. 12 House Republicans, including fiscal hawks like Repshire's Matt Gaetz, also broke ranks, worried about lax oversight or potential conflicts of interest. The bill's passage was a slugfest, a 9-hour House vote, the longest ever, after conservatives stalled a procedural step. Trump had to work the phones, charming holdouts like Reppers Jim Jordan with lines like, "Jim, let's make America great. Vote yes." Despite the drama, the bill passed with bipartisan support, a rare win in a polarized Congress. The critics aren't entirely baseless, but their whining misses the mark. Waters and her progressive posse are mad because the Genius Act kills their fantasy of a central bank digital currency, CBDC, a government-controlled digital dollar that could track every American's spending. Trump's Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act, passed the same week, bans the Federal Reserve from issuing CBDCs directly to citizens, a move cheered by freedom lovers everywhere. The law's reserve requirements, monthly disclosures, and annual audits for issuers like Tether and Circle make scams tougher, not easier. Sure, the Trump family's crypto ventures raise questions, but the law's transparency rules apply to them too. The real controversy? Progressives hate that Trump's empowering the private sector, not their beloved bureaucrats. They're scared because this law hands power back to the people, not globalist overlords. This isn't just about crypto, it's about America's soul. The Genius Act is a declaration that the U.S. won't bow to woke ideologues or foreign rivals. It's a bet on American ingenuity, a rejection of centralized control, and a middle finger to the progressive agenda that's tried to choke the nation's spirit. Trump's playing chess while his critics are stuck on checkers, crying about corruption while he builds a future where America leads. The stablecoin boom will create jobs, drive innovation, and keep the dollar supreme, all while telling the globalist elite to take a hike. This is Trump at his best, bold, unapologetic, and laser-focused on making America the greatest financial powerhouse the world's ever seen. Patriots, Trump's Genius Act is a wake-up call. The U.S. is back, and we're leading the crypto revolution. This is your chance to join the fight. Drop a comment. How will you use stablecoins to stick it to the globalist elite? Share this video, spread the word, and let's make America the crypto king. Subscribe for more truth bombs and tell us, what's the next move you want Trump to make? Let's keep the fire burning.
Today marks a seminal moment for digital assets and global dollar dominance, with President Trump signing the Genius Act into law. This bill provides the fast-growing stablecoin market with the regulatory clarity it needs to grow into a trillion-dollar industry. Stablecoins represent a revolution in digital finance. The dollar now has an internet-native payment rail that is fast, frictionless, and free of middlemen. This groundbreaking technology will buttress the dollar status as a global reserve currency, expand access to the dollar economy for billions across the globe, and lead to a surge in demand for U.S. Treasuries, which back stablecoins. The Genius Act is a win-win-win for everyone involved: stablecoin users, stablecoin issuers, and the U.S. Treasury Department. I want to thank President Trump for his visionary leadership in shepherding this bill into law, and Congress for rapidly advancing this critical legislation. By expanding financial freedom and reinforcing dollar dominance, stablecoins will play a critical role in making America great again.